came to the good video today. We're going to talk about how to qualify sales leads that actually convert. And it starts before you get to the sales process in a lot of cases. So watch this video, take a few notes. I'm going to share some things that I've learned over the years, some things that I've trained on, all related to how we can connect and make sure that we're spending time with the right people that leads to a potential sale or else a referral down the road, or a future customer, one of those. So when you're in the throes of marketing, the whole connection to marketing is to get their attention so that it initiates an action. And the action is either they reach out to us or they respond to something, and then we reach out to them. And so really that's it. And so what you need to know first is making sure that you're reaching out to the right level of people at the right time. And if you're not sure what that is, there's some levels of awareness by somebody named Eugene Schwartz that came out a long time ago. But knowing what these 5 different areas of awareness are is going to make the biggest difference. If your customer doesn't really understand that they have a problem until the problem shows up, I'll give you an example of that in a minute. They're at an unaware stage. They're unaware that there's a problem, so which means they're unaware of the solution or a possibility of a solution. An example of that would be a client of mine who sells home standby generators. These are needed in the most dire time. It saves people from going to shelters, from having no electricity and their alarm systems off, their valuables are not protected. If they have a huge wine collection and it's cooled, that cooling goes down, right? They could lose their wine collection, which could be a lot of money. Medical reasons, just a logical one, which is I don't want to go to a shelter and sleep with a bunch of other people making noises all the time, keeping me awake, smells, all kinds of different things. I don't want to be there. So the only way out of that is you either stay in discomfort or you get a home standby generator. But you usually don't know that problem is there until it shows up. And then you're like, oh, wow, yeah, I could get one of those portable ones. But if you've ever had one, you realize they're more hassle sometimes than they're even worth. So, but back to the awareness thing, because I got off on a tangent. They're unaware that there's a problem. So they're not aware there's a solution until the problem shows up. In marketing, your job would be to reach these people. Let them know what the problem is, and then they go, oh, I haven't thought of that. Now I'm aware of the problem. And then you introduce the solution, which moves them to the next phase of awareness, which is they're either unaware, right, slightly aware, or they're not willing to admit that they know what this problem is, but they still don't know really what the solution is. They kind of have an idea, but they're not sure. Well, I've heard of those generator things, right? If I'm going to keep using that theme. So that's level 2. Level 3 is they're aware of the problem and they're interested in finding out more, or they're interested in seeing what's available, but they're not sure of the right solution or that you offer it, right? So in marketing, level 3 is a really good person to market to. But sometimes we got to go 1 and 2. And then we have to like slowly get them to that level. But level 3 is they're aware of the problem, right? Slightly aware or aware of it. They're just not sure who offers a solution, or they're not sure of the exact solution. They're aware of a few different options. Level 4 is they're aware of the problem. They're aware of the solution. They're just not knowing that you're the best one or the best fit for them. These are really good ones. These people are ready to buy if you can share the value and convince them why you're a good value-based decision. If you can convert them to that, then you're going to do a really good job at converting. Level 5 awareness is they know there's a problem, they know you offer it, and they've been waiting for you to show up, or they've been trying to find you. And then you show up and they go, hey, you don't even have to talk to me. I'm ready. I got referred by this person. I saw what you did. It's a no-brainer as long as you're in my budget. Boom. So those are the 5 levels of awareness. Back to the original thing. Thanks for being here so long. But this was really good. Those 5 levels are really worth understanding because that can change the whole direction of your marketing. What you want to do right from the beginning is you want to have the qualifying questions that let you know within a few minutes, is this person somebody who has the problem that I solve? Is this person who has this problem interested in solving the problem now? And if they are they aware that you offer it, the solution to it? And if they are, what do they need to know to convince them that you're the best choice for them? You can do this in a matter of a handful of questions. Qualifying questions, we hear about them a lot. There's tons of videos, I'm sure, on qualifying questions, but really it's just really foundational, basic digging deep into what is it that you need to know that lets you know this person in front of you or this person that's going to be reading your material or hearing your audio or watching the video that they are ready and interested in solving the problem that you help with. And so asking that question, we can just use common sense and just ask the question, such as, in my case, hey, are you looking to grow your business? Are you at the point in your business where you've reached success and you're at the point where you would like to turn your speaking into a business or take your program or your event and actually utilize it so that it expands your business, expands your income, expands your profitability, and you know how to price it properly? If you have those 2 problems, I can absolutely help you. So the first thing you got to do is, what's the problem that's their main problem, their main pain point that they come to you or they're curious about what you do? Once you identify that, you can ask them just point blank, hey, do you have this problem? If they're unaware, I'm going to use the home standby generator again. If they're unaware of the problem, here's how you could ask it. Have you ever considered a home standby generator so when the power and electricity goes out, it's just a seamless click and you don't even realize that power is out while your other neighbors are in the black for a long period of time, potentially losing some valuables, some food, all these things, or having to leave and go to a shelter while you stay home. Have you considered that? No, I really haven't thought about it. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important would that be for you to know what you need to do to get this problem resolved? Is it that important for you to find out more information? Basically is what I'm asking. So put whatever business you have into that first question. What's the main problem? And I would say, do you, on a scale of 1 to 10, where does this problem rank for you? Or is this a problem that you are seeking a resolution to, or that you have been considering to get some answers for, or to get some, I'm not sure what the right word is, some action taken to resolve this issue? Right? So I see you have a dirt road. Have you ever considered paving it? Because it rains up here in Oregon, right? If I lived up in the Northwest, it rains here all the time, or Seattle, right? It rains here all the time, and having a paved road would be a lot better than those pothole-filled dirt roads in the wintertime. They'd be like, yeah, I've been thinking about that, but I think that it's too expensive, right? And I'd say, well, have you ever had a estimate? No, I haven't. So they're aware of the problem, but they're not really aware of the solution because they just believe that it's too expensive. And it's our job to build a value from that standpoint. With qualifying questions, what you want to do is you want to find out, do they have the problem, number one? And if they agree to it, Are they ready to solve that problem now? And if not, when? Before I get to the rest of it, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video if you like what I said so far. Sorry for the tangent, but I'm telling you the Eugene Schwartz things were worth the extra time I took today. I hope that you're still listening. Qualifying questions. Again, do you have the problem? Are you ready to resolve the problem? If they say yes, I'd say when? Right? Because sometimes they'll say yes, and it's like, oh, well, I got all these other things in the way. I'm not really going to do it until 2026 or next year. And I'd be like, okay, so let's have this conversation when you're closer to being ready instead of now. And then you have months and months and months before you forget about it. Right? So you want to find out, do they have those three things? If they say yes, they're ready, then the next question you need to know is, what information do you require that would help you make a great decision? That would help you make a decision that you feel really good about making and resolves the problem. If they answer that, they're giving you every single objection that you need to overcome. At that point, you're transitioning into a sales call. You see how quickly that can happen in just 4 to 5 questions. You can get enough information to find out what level in awareness they are and how ready they are to take action now. If you can do this, you're going to cut a bunch of time out of tire kickers. You're going to cut a bunch of time out of your sales flow. You're going to probably close some sales faster if you have multiple call closes. You're going to close them faster. You're going to have a little bit more fun because you're talking to people that are really interested right now. Now, here's the last piece of this. If they're not interested now, it doesn't mean they're done. Because they took that much time to listen to you and respond, they value at least a little bit, right, of what you do. So what do you do in that case? If somebody isn't ready to buy yet, or they're not going to buy from you, but they like you, what would you ask them? And if you didn't say referrals, please embed that into your brain. Ask for referrals every single opportunity that you can. I don't want to get into that because that's a whole nother training itself. And I think I'll do a video on just how to ask for referrals properly and how often to do it. But if you're not ready to buy now, if I'm qualifying you, you're not ready to buy now, I'm going to ask you, who do you know that is? Who's one person you can tell me right now that you would believe is ready for this problem to be solved today or very soon? Who do you know has this problem that I might reach out to and send them some information so they could get the help that they need now? Ask that way and you will start getting a few more referrals. Part because of the way that you just asked it. The other part is because so many people, so many businesses don't ask for them. It's less than 1.5% of all businesses ask for referrals, and we don't even want to get into the numbers because it's so low. It's almost a disgrace. It's pitiful. And so I hope that this helped you today. Ask those qualifying questions. Find out about those levels of awareness. I have videos on it. Just look up the 5 levels of awareness. And you'll see I did a whole video series on this. It's really going to help you a lot. It'll help your marketing. It'll help your social media. It'll help your flow and the way that you look and ask the questions that you need to know in order to sell somebody. Thanks. Come back soon.